If you struggle staying consistent with a workout routine or getting movement into your week, you have come to the right place for this episode. This one little routine that I'm going to share with you will help make daily movement so much easier, and it's going to help you build the consistency to help you maintain your energy and the motivation to move your body.
Are you ready to stop the chaos, the stress, the overwhelm that's filling your life? I'm Renae Matt, and together you and I are going to build simple routines that are going to change your life. When you put these habits into practice, you're going to be able to organize your life in a way where you can be there for your family, pay off your debt, save money, your house can stay organized, you don't have to stress about what's for dinner, and you still get time for yourself. So without further ado, let's get started. Welcome to the Routine Advantage Podcast.
One of the big things that I think happen for myself anyway, and I know it happens for others, is that when we're really busy and when we really need to increase our movement, that's the time that we really have no motivation or desire to actually get movement in. It's like this really tough cycle where we just want to collapse and we can't think about working out when really working out is what is going to give us the energy and the boost that is going to make us feel better. So we have to get over the hump of not feeling motivated and actually do something to keep moving our bodies to continue feeling good. So one of the things that helps me to maintain the consistency with movement is having a daily default movement. So it's really just a mindset shift of instead of looking at when am I going to get to the gym, when am I going to do these big workouts and having a schedule that then you might skip a day and feel like you're failing and then you feel like you have to wait until next Monday to start it all over again and then you keep looking at how many times you've failed on your workout plan. This is going to change that mindset for you because this is going to give you a different perspective to continue working out and getting that movement in and feeling really good about it and having just a different perspective on your workout plan. So, having something called a default daily movement is not focusing on the gym or the big workouts or anything like that. That is great if you're doing that. But what I'm focusing on right now are the smaller things. What is something that you can do every day that is going to take minimal time but make you feel really good? And it isn't going to be such a strong barrier to working out or moving your body. If you know that your goal is to go to the gym for an hour, 5 days a week, and you are feeling overwhelmed and exhausted, going to the gym for an hour might feel like you just don't have the time to do it and you're going to be more likely to skip it. But if your default daily movement instead is to get up and go outside and walk for 10 minutes before you come back inside and start your day, then that is going to be much easier to stick to. And then later in the day, or whenever it works for your schedule, whenever you have it in there, then if you do have a gym time block plugged in, then it's going to make you feel better about actually going and taking the time to do it because you've started off with the movement right away in the morning and you're feeling more energized and you feel better about it. And sticking to something really simple in the morning is going to change the game for your energy. You're going to show up in that day feeling so much better rather than just slogging through the day because you're just tired and exhausted and you can't seem to get the motivation. You need to have like that little boost of something right away in the morning and your default daily movement can be whatever feels good to you. So I want to encourage you to think outside of the box and do something for you that makes you feel really good. So I do have a few tips and then just some ideas of what can kind of get the ball rolling on what you think you might be able to do and just test it out and see what actually feels the best to you. But a couple of tips is number one, try doing your default daily movement in the morning if you can. It just gives you that good boost of energy in the morning. And if we focus on getting it done in the morning, if our day is busy and we're tired by the end of the day, we don't have to, like heal ourselves off of the couch to try and get a workout in or get movement in, we've already done it at the front side of the day so that we are done and it is over and we have already accomplished that. It's going to feel much better and you're going to find that you are more consistent when you do it earlier in the day. Tip number two is to try to keep it short and simple. This is where it is going to be easier to maintain the consistency. Like I said, this is not your full workout routine. If you want to go to the gym or you want to do bigger workouts or you want to go for a nice long run, those are going to be separate from your default daily movement. Your default daily movement is something that can be done literally every day in minimal time just to give you that energy boost right away, especially in the morning. So keep it short and simple. And like I said, I will give you some ideas, but really there are endless possibilities here. It just depends on what works best for you. And tip number three is to try to stick to something similar to build consistency. So if you want to switch things up, I would personally suggest that you do it in a different season. So maybe go for months at a time and then transition into something else for a season. So if your default daily movement is doing 10 minutes of Pilates right away in the morning, then that is going to be something that you can do and do it daily. Maybe you do different types of Pilates stretches and exercises and movements, like actual poses, like maybe those are different, but you're going to be doing a similar exercise in the morning just for the consistency. And then maybe you do that for a few months and you want to switch it up a little bit, then move to something else. But if it works better for you to have more of a variety, then test it out. And if that works better, then that is something you could do too. Maybe it's just 10 minutes of movement at 7 a.m. every day, and that was what works better for you for the consistency. But for me, I know that mine is a walk with our dog. That is my default daily movement. That's what I do every morning. And I do it at different times depending on how the day is flowing, and that works really well for me. I typically do even the same path, and if I want to switch it up, I can, but I know that I'm going to be going out for a walk, and it's just either the route or the time of day that is going to be more of the variety for me. But usually it's always at least in the morning. Sometimes it's really early in the morning, sometimes it's a little bit later in the morning, but it's always a walk in the morning with my dog, and that is my default daily movement, and it keeps me really consistent, and there are a lot of mornings where that does not sound good. I feel really lazy, I feel really tired, and getting outside for a walk does not sound appealing. Like, that is not something I wanna be doing. But once I get outside and I start walking, I always come back more energized. So, having this strong routine that is very simple and easy to stick to, it's not always fun to stick to, but I always feel better when I get back. And it gives me that boost and that boost of energy and that happier feeling. And I feel more like I can tackle the day. And I usually end up not being as tired once I get done with my walk. So there's a lot of benefits to it, and I strongly encourage you to find something that gives you that motivation. Maybe it's not fun to do in the beginning, but it's going to make you feel better once it's done. So, a few different ideas for you of what you could do. And I'm just going to give you three because I'm going to keep it really simple. And then, if you want to brainstorm a lot of other ideas of what you could do, please go for it because you're going to be able to find something simple that you can do in the mornings that is going to make you feel really good. So, number one is going to be a walk. And like I said, you are going to probably want to do it in the morning just to get it done and over with and to give you that boost of energy for the day. But if a morning walk doesn't work for you, maybe it is a walk either before dinner or after dinner. Maybe it's a walk during your lunch break. Whatever works best for you and your schedule, plug it in and start trying to do it and just commit to doing a little bit each day and see how you feel and see what a difference it makes. And along with the walking recommendation here, I recently got a walking pad. We had one a while ago and there were some issues. We ended up getting rid of it, but we got a new one and I got this one and it was really cheap, but I needed something to just get movement during the day because I work at home and I work on the computer. And so I am always sitting at my desk all throughout the day. And so I ended up investing into a standing desk and a walking pad underneath it. So I can get up and I can just keep moving. So I turn that on and I'm usually on it for an hour at a time, walking slow, but it's just helping me to get movement. And it actually makes me so incredibly focused on my work. If I'm feeling tired, I know immediately I'm going to feel better by just pulling out my walking pad and starting to work by standing up and doing that motion because I get really focused and I get less distracted when I'm doing that. And that is something that I've learned about myself. And I really appreciate having that option to be able to do that. And if that is something, if you're working from home, see if you can get a walking pad and a stand up desk. Or if you are working in an office, like, can you go and walk around the building or walk around the block or whatever works to just get up and get some movement in? It's going to feel so much better, even if it is just for 10 minutes a day. The second idea of what you could do is 10 minutes of some sort of stretching or exercises on a yoga mat. So, this is a great one, especially if you're doing this in the morning to just really loosen up your body and make you feel really good. You could do it in like the sunshine if the sun is already up and is coming into your window. That would feel really good to have the sun beating on you while you're doing all these stretches and then go into a healthy morning breakfast. Like, just because we're busy does not mean that we need to start our day stressed and overworked as soon as we get up. We can carve out this time to make us feel really good. It just takes intentionality and shifting some things around a little bit, but you can do it. If this is something that you want, you can do it and you don't have to feel guilty about it. And the third idea of what you could do is just dance. If you are somebody that loves music and you love movement and you are just wanting to have some more movement, but you're struggling trying to get a workout in, literally take your favorite song and just blast it in the living room or in the kitchen or even in your bedroom and just blast your music and dance for the entire song. That's going to give you like 3 to 5 minutes of just constant motion, and you're going to feel so much better. And you can't tell me that you can't take 3 to 5 minutes to do this. And it's going to just make you feel so much better. Get your kids involved, get your spouse involved, and just dance for 5 minutes. And you are going to feel a difference just doing that once a day. So there are lots of different ideas. You can do it as crazy as you want. You can go as crazy as you want. You can do it as simple as you want. But just doing something for even just 10 minutes a day is going to make a big difference. And this is going to be your daily default movement. It's going to give you that boost of energy. It's going to release some endorphins. It's going to make you feel better. It's going to reduce some stress. And then if you want to do a bigger workout regimen or a like gym routine or something like that, you can still do that. Doing these daily default movement routine, that is not going to change that. You can still do other things. This is just going to be that basic daily thing that you do that just makes you feel really good. So, a really quick recap of that are just the tips and then some ideas is tip number one, try to do it in the morning. Tip number two, try to keep it short and simple. Tip number three is try to stick to the same thing so that you can build consistency over time. And then idea number one is to do a walk, and you can decide what works best for you. If it's in the morning, if it is, during a lunch break or during a working time where you're doing it at your desk, or maybe it's after dinner, whatever works for you, just get that walk in. And like I said, if you can do it in the morning, you're going to feel the best. And idea number two is to do 10 minutes of stretching or any sort of motions on a yoga mat. And lastly, idea number three is to just dance. Blast your favorite song and dance for the full time of the song. And just that alone is going to make you feel so much better. So I hope that you give a default daily movement a try. This is a tongue twister. I have to say it over and over, and I keep stumbling on the words, but building default daily movement into your daily routine is going to give you that boost of energy and help you feel really good all day long, and you're gonna feel a difference, and I guarantee it, and it does not take long, but you're going to feel so much better. So I hope that you give it a try. Start it right away tomorrow or today, depending on what time it is right now. But I hope that you start it right away and that you start feeling a difference. And I will catch you back here on the next episode.
Did you love that episode or learn something useful? If so, would you do me a huge favor? My goal is to grow this podcast and help as many women as I can break free from the overwhelm so they can truly enjoy their life. The best way for me to do this is for you to leave a 5-star written review on your podcast app and to share this episode with a friend or in your Instagram stories. I appreciate you being here. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next episode. Take care.